You might think that you fire a live round, but you spit it rapidly. But in actuality, you ain't letting hammers speak, and I ain't half your nationality. But I'm convinced you're shooting blanks at me like Brandon Lee. Wow. So fuck up my zen and I will start a mass genocide. My psychosis will jeopardize your pathetic life quicker than a Pedro rhyme. I got beats for nuts like Brucey's producer. My dialect is sliced through your dreams like Kruger. But you named yourself youth, so let me scribble him a different picture, bitch. I'll remove your tissue by inches and kill youth like clips hitting Syrian infants. The walls on my mind are decorated like a sacred tombs. I spit the same fluid that leaks from ancient fruits. Devilish weaponry, behead your messiah. Scorched oxygen pockets from ingesting the fire. The place I'm from's dead end and dubbed unimportant. A jungle full of junkies, young mums and abortions. I try expand, but people are born to die here. The lower class smoking crack resort to the pipe here. I drink away the liver pain, thinking about what I'm here. Why when in search of balance do we only find fear? My mind's so ahead of its time it moves in light years. Now you're a popular guy, but you ain't making any pounds, youth. It's ironic that my initials are TV, and it's TV that helped me estimate your current value. I mean, I was just wondering why with such notoriety, you ain't signed. But then I watched The Matrix and I found clues. I mean, I figured since you're an oracle, and surely agents should surround you. If you want to take shots from the same rock that Cape Goliath's roof in. Someone tell the son of your redeemers I brought Leonidas troops in. If he can't hold his shield correctly, it'll jeopardize his movement. I'm a malfunctioning cyberhuman, blowing up the lab like a science student that don't like his tutors. You see it, Jones? Look at all the rappers that I influenced. I spit the type of ether that'll make you rewrite your blueprints. I've been here for years and I ain't moving. He's young in the game and I'm a giant to him. So when I say he's wet behind his ears, I don't mean his age. I mean he'd be leaking spinal fluids when I hang him upside down and drop this fruit on his head like Isaac Newton. So to me, this is just another battle, innit? But to you, this window of opportunity is transparent as your gangster image. I don't give a fuck if you brought gangsters with him. Bitch, I'm a vet, so I'm trained to handle it if your dog's acting vicious. Cause in a pit fight, your staff gets injured. But in a bar fight, I'll have you passing liquid like you're splashing cash on drinks for random women, split your head to the white meat, and leave you looking like a glass of Guinness. You think the city I'm from limits me? I'm exceeding the bandwidth. You think because I'm a janitor, all I can rap about is milking cows and cabbage? You don't think I let the gat spit? I don't, because it's a shotgun that I use to keep them faggots off my land with. I mean, she tried to put a price on it with me. I was like, I'm the son of God, you know you want some profit. But when I'm finished busting a nut in her, I look up at her like, I forgot my fucking wallet. So I just leave her my details to come collect that lump sum deposit. It's like Deal or No Deal, because I fucked her till my cock bled and left her box red with my number on it. No, it's like you're dead and I am deaf, right? Fuck Dialect. I expected someone I respect. You ain't even ready to take your final steps and retire yet. But if I gotta do realignments, I'ma start with your spine and neck as I condense Dialect like when you rewind cassettes. A sniper's nest where the rifle rests, because I'll use hands for Dialect as if I was deaf. Huh? What you really gonna do if I say your wife's a scat? Because you don't let the heat off. If you were Steve Jobs, you wouldn't fire text. So tell the kids, if you... What you really gonna do if I say your wife's a scat? Because you don't let the heat off. If you were Steve Jobs, you wouldn't fire text. So tell the kids I let their mother board and she got her whole system shut down when the virus spread. Because using guns is fucking stupid, but that don't mean I got trouble shooting because with your Wi-Fi connect. You think call me a white boy? Me not know about reggae music and dancehall. Well, then the price on his head a few G's like he Croswell. I'll put that sizzler to your chest till your heart swell. Then it's boom bye in a batty boy head. Compadre skull with the arm held. The way that dreaded weapon sing, heartfelt. Put shots in your beanie man to bring the vibes to your cartel. I'm like a Russian in a hammer throw, aiming at this battle clone, so try rapping with a fractured dome. I'm hoping that you know, each slap I throw a shatter bones. So here's to hoping that your bony mandible can handle open-handed blows. Cause a lot of people like to compare Unanymous and Zen cause of the angry manner in which we rap. But truthfully, I actually pack intelligence into my aggressiveness. That's the biggest difference between you and me. You just spit a bunch of mum jokes stupidly whilst I read you your eulogy, make you swallow your pride and force feed you some scrutiny. See now, this dude's from Leese. So next time I hear you biting my shit, I will mask up and sprint through your gated council estate community. Kick off the door to where you're staying at, catch you jamming with lunacy, storm towards your fat northern missus while she's brewing tea, shout 2 sugars in her face and clear that shit the fuck out like a one-man removal team. Last time you went hard was through a computer. My flow's got the fluid to juice you. You can get removed like a tumor. I'll pick you off with abusive maneuvers. Bun your shit bars about shooting a Ruger. I'm on education, school and a tutor. I'm on a prowl, I move like a puma and stay stoned like a dispute with Medusa. You're softer than baby puking whale semen. I ain't here to play with you, I came to loot the stage this evening. Throw grenades at you and raise the ceiling and tell you fuck your baby face. I hate your youthful facial features. If he wants to act like a child, he can play hide and seek with sniper beams. What's that? Age-reducing laser treatment. I ripped out my brain and replaced it with some weaponry. I ripped the little bitch out of this little bitch's brain like I gave him a cesarean. Some people say we're the same because we're regressive, but there's no way that he can better me. So make sure that's embedded in your brain because it's definite. You ain't gaining any leverage. Here, your status and reputation is irrelevant. I mean, in Canada, you're great, but they can't stand you in the States like you're a terrorist. Which is ironic, because king of the dope pin's off since disaster slayed your fucking president. He showed your country so much hate that it was prejudice, and still you didn't betray him as a nemesis. Instead you gave him inspiration and gave him to his invasion on your territory as he went on to strip your top names of all their medals and become a native of your settlement. And I'd say that was a shame to your Canadian inheritance, but you're basically the same, because as long as you're in the UK, you're an American. They make money off your image. They make money off my imagery. Battle rap is who you are. It pumps through your capillaries. You sign a dotted line and now you're stuck here for infinity. Before this, you were some underconfident bedroom dwelling sucker in some skinny jeans. You'll never make no money off the industry. You'll be stuck forever trying to market rebuttal and shit lyrically, because battle rap fucked you and you can't rebuttal your virginity. Fucking intro, let me skip tape. They name this event Summer Standard, but it's more like Summer Madness, cause now you've been thrown on a big stage. He knows that I win. I can see the ghost in his kid's face, and it's nothing to do with his tone or his skin shade. Whatever you put together's always composed in a sick way, but I think your slogan's a bit played, cause the only reason any of your battles are about flow and spit game is cause you just struggled to hold your composure and choke while you wrote like your opponent opened your throat with a switchblade. Cause I don't even need to rip on his pigment to expose that Villus is militant and this idiot villain isn't even a little bit villainous. Let's tell it how it realistically is. I mean, I figured you ain't villainous, a minuscule bit. When I picture a villain, I think Mark Chapman's pistol equipped or Charles Manson's criminal wit. Not some underdeveloped idiot that jokes trying to make his syllables fit. But it's cool. I guess Heath Ledger proved not all actors that play villains can finish a script. Now I know I could continue straight disrespecting him by telling him that his face is as aged as David Letterman's, but I'd just like to say that I rate the way you string together creative sentences and stretch out your schemes, cause I'm also an author that likes to display his penmanship. But with that out the way, you get your brain splattered to grey matter when I wrap you in a straight jacket and force you to take your medicines. It's back to Area 51 with this alienated specimen. But don't get it twisted, villain, I'm only here to help the condition that has you held in submission. I'm your radiation specialist, but wait, my brain's inventive. I don't even need to slate your melanin when your misshaped, decrepit frame and skeleton ain't developing into straighten the record. All the intoxication I've seen you partake in is just a lame attempt to take away your pain forever, and I ain't gotta make no bets on whether it's hate or ketamine that your brain's congested with, cause you're a villain, so it's normal for you to be taking heroin. Be at ease, you ain't at a corporal stage, you're still a pawn in the game. Now you're on a warfield with Agent Orange and you've caught a grenade. I feel like your actions got some consequences due, cause if you'd not acted like a whining bitch online and took the time to think about the finer print, you'd see I complimented you. All them call out videos and blogs on the net had me thinking to myself, was that shit over the top and offensive? Well, probably yes, but only cause I was hoping to go to war with an obvious vet. So when you went and made this shit about racism, you lost my respect, cause I'm not saying that your skin is hideously infected, but when you place yourself in an environment where dissing is what's expected, obviously people are then gonna pick at you and discredit the skin pigment it's missing from your genetics. dirt. You'd have been seen as nothing more than a lurgy germ, just some partially fertile sperm, a serpent that squirmed through a herpes burnt cervix to an unearthly birth, deserving of a learning curve for playing where the detergents were. You're a worm with dirty vermin fur that was urgently deterred from church because your condition couldn't be cured with a sermon's words. I'll turn this to a sabotage. Your white face proves that you don't have no camouflage. And bruv, you couldn't handle bars if you had that moustache. I actually had a beheading scheduled, and Tony was who I owed it to. But since my opponent's you, here's what I want Tone to do. Just know I take the throne from you, and when I'm done roasting you, I throw salt in your open wounds. I ain't talking beef, but my heat or peppering. And since he's a pensioner, I guess that's a seasoned veteran. Because actually what's important is, I should thank you, right? I mean, you helped me gain back confidence and pander into the audience. You may have noticed I lost weight since we was battling in the tournament. And that's down to the fact I had to carry you through performances. Fuck rapping, I'm snapping. When we were a team, you needed to seize complete control beyond all reasonable doubt. Trying to tell me how to rap and please the people in the crowd. I knew Clips and D wouldn't write for us, and still they had us beating every round. So let's even this shit out. I suggested we spit a couple threes and take it easy, but Mr. Persistent insisted that we should knuckle down. It's funny you took the prep so serious, cause you're the reason we got clowned. I send you to meet Heath right now beneath the ground. I give a fuck if you can rap fast. I'm half animal, half man. I'll pick you off with kidney shots, give you back cramp, homing missiles fly and print your spine. That's a tramp stamp. You should skate. But if you want a ramp, fam, I'll leave you splitting between two trucks. Van Dam. You can't even speak my language. I shake hands with a top tier. This was suicide for you, so I'll leave him hanging. As for the people I consider top tier, I honestly don't think a lot are a problem. The only problem is each one of them options not getting boxed in next time they want to box with a monster. I'm cutting oxygen off. I know a lot of Don't Flop followers would agree I'm not very constant, but I'd rather be the bottom of the top than the top of the bottom. Even your rap style reflects your past as an outlaw. You need to be more orthodox like Balboa switching from Southpaw. You be spitting all that double time shit thinking it sounds raw, but to me it's funny you used to be a drug addict because speed is your downfall. Your bitch dipped, because the insight into your plans is to do nothing but drink pints and snort grams. You turned her from a heaven-sent saint to a fallen angel on a warpath. You had arguments of biblical proportions and she couldn't take it anymore, fam. So that X replaced Chris like writing the birth of Christ in shorthand. Your shit isn't fresh. You've been rapping 10 years plus and still don't properly know how to use multi-syllables yet. You just over-project mediocre rhymes for effect and try intimidating your opponents by making insignificant physical threats of how you'll shoot a victim to death. It's a pitiful mess. Whereas my murder methods are dissident. It's like I'm snuffing an animal doctor the way I'll finish this vet. You're too conventional. If you'd just been fitted with a prosthetic leg, you wouldn't take an original step. Cause time's running out for you. So either reassess your career choice or just fucking make some progression, fam. Because failing as a rapper doesn't come with a pension plan. Don't fuck with me, cousin. Do you remember when you cussed TC for being mixed race like his blood was impure because of it or something? Well, Manchester, say hello to the world's first African Ku Klux Klan member. Hold on. You may as well have held up a burning cross and spat in the face of your ancestors. Because whether people should only breed within their own race is an argument I completely disagree with, but one that this planet will probably never manage to settle. So don't hate people for being a shade lighter without understanding the level. You should hate your... Hold up. You should hate your bitch of a mother for raising you to act like some sort of African rebel. She homeschooled you and taught you that the white man was the devil. I don't give a fuck if you're materialistic and buy 10 pairs of new crepes and a 9-bar peng every week and whether the weed's lemon or cheese, because I care about things like preventing the spreading of deadly infectious disease inflicted upon third world children through the bread that they eat. And I don't give a fuck if a woman chooses a white, black, red, yellow or green man to genetically breed, and that's what the fuck makes you separate from me.